Welcome back to the channel where we like to expose all of the people that are absolute piles of trash and looking at you all like a flock of suckers. And we may be 4 months into a new year, but I guarantee you the people behind the Ponzi Pyramid Coalition that brought you bullshit like the Hyperverse and Hyperfund are still around, pulling off the same scam. Last year I made a video about a Ponzi scheme called the Hyperverse, which is actually a rebranded version of the scam that came before it called HyperNation, which was supposed to be the successor of another MLM scam that jump-started it all called the Hyperfund, which if you look it up, HyperNation/Hyperverse is a project that was designed to take advantage of all of the hype surrounding the NFTs. When it was popular a year ago, you all remember that, right? When the entire world was going ape shit over NFTs and thought that it would be as revolutionary as the goddamn air fryer. Some of your favorite influencers supported NFTs like Andre Jick, Logan Paul, Justin Bieber, Kim Kardashian, and tons of other people that don't give a shit about you. The funny thing is, at the very end of that video, I mentioned how they would probably just end up rebranding themselves when shit hit the fan and the Ponzi pyramid they built off the backs of poor people started to crumble. And even though I made the very, very accurate assessment, I had no idea that it would be this soon. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the latest scam put together by the same group of bottom-feeding pieces of trash that has already scammed hundreds of thousands of people out of their retirement and savings funds. I bring to you the Hypercosmos. And to kick things off, I'm going to read to you using the same broken English that they typed out for the world to see. These people are so confident that they'll be able to continue to drag people into the sham of a business that they don't even bother employing someone who's actually literate enough to write out complete sentences. But let's read their mission statement, shall we? This is directly from their Twitter page, and it says, to all Hyperverse users, because remember, Hyperverse came before Hypercosmos. Let's read it together. They have some arbitrary quote saying, then all silence in oblivion. Now a new beginning starts afresh. Rebuilding takes time, they say. Thanks for your patience. Here is to share with you the progress of our community development. Keep in mind, this is me reading directly from their page, their official Twitter page. Let's continue, shall we? Finally, we are confident to roll out the next phase that our community have been waiting for. Introducing the Hypercosmos, which eventually goes live on November 30th, 2022 at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Now, that was November of last year, right? It says one more thing. The next announcement will make all your long wait worthwhile. If you're one of the loyal supporters who have been sticking around with us all this while, you're one of the early adopters, honored as the pioneers. Ooh, you're a fucking pioneer. Stay tuned, pioneers. It's going to be huge. Be so freaking excited. Now, please tell me, any of you, did you learn anything from what I just read you? Anything at all? No, I guarantee you your answer is no. You didn't learn anything from what I read. So let me bring you all up to speed on what this scummy ass company has done since I last did a video on them and what exactly Hypercosmos is really. It turns out that exactly what I said would happen has happened. People who have sunk their money and savings and retirement into the Ponziverse have lost it, okay? Plain and simple. They have not been able to withdraw their funds, nor have they been able to convert their useless ass hyper tokens or hyper units or whatever the fuck they're calling it now into anything of value. And because the pyramid has effectively begun to crumble for the Hyperverse, they need a new venture idea to bring in new members to get new money. And that's where Hypercosmos comes in. Every single one of these companies have sold people on achieving passive income while you sleep, earn while you sleep has been a slogan of theirs that they've been using to sucker people into buying into this shit. And they get people to buy into it by taking their retirement fund or whatever savings they have and investing it into what they call packages. Now, what are these packages? Simply put, there are different tiers that you can buy into that will determine how much you earn on the money you've put in and how much you'll earn in commissions from selling this shit to other people. So when you go to the website from Google, you get your first red flag because in order to sign up, you need a referral, which means you need to be invited by someone who has already bought into the Ponzi scheme. Now, this does several things for the people behind this bullshit. One, it serves as a way to gatekeep who gains access to the Hypercosmos inner workings, right? Because if you've been given a referral code, they're banking on that, meaning that you've already been sold on the idea of Hypercosmos. Now you just need the access. Two, it's a way to filter out any detractors or people that might want to potentially expose this for what it really is, which is a pyramid scheme. And three, being somewhat secretive and inaccessible to the uninitiated gives it a certain mystique, right? It makes it seem a little bit more legit and more of a privilege to be invited to be a part of this great company. See, it's all the same. It's people understanding the psychology of people's relationship with money, right? And it don't matter whether it's your pastor or these pieces of trash right here, they all know how to prey on the people. And the only way you make money is by selling your friends, family, or whatever other unsuspecting, financially illiterate people you can find that are foolish enough to buy into the idea that if they join you, then they'll be able to make thousands of dollars by doing absolutely nothing. But let's watch. Let's watch a Hypercosmos presentation together. Hell, maybe you'll be inspired to buy into this. But I like to believe that most of you are too smart for that. But let's take a look. Now, we're going to watch this together. Let's start over from the top.
Ready up, pioneers. The vastness of our potential is within our grasp. Pioneers. The cosmos is yours for the taking, my fellow pioneers. Being the first settlers in our newly discovered dominion, the Hypercosmos entitles you to be our very own pioneers. The cosmos is yours to experiment and conduct various trading activities and transactions. Make the Hypercosmos your home. Let us take this exploration one small step at a time.
First of all, how many times are they going to use the word pioneers? That's their catchphrase. You're all a pioneer, right? You're supposed to be this revolutionary person that's on board to help push along this new and emerging new franchise of technology on the verge of finding out all this new advancement and all this new information. Let me ask you, did you learn anything from what they just said? Or was it a bunch of fucking word soup? Let's continue.
Hypercosmos is a community pilot program launched within the Hyperverse, serving as the second phase of the Hyper Recovery Plan.
Stop right there. He just said that this is supposed to be serving as a Hyper Recovery Plan. Do you want to know why there's a recovery plan in the first place? There's a recovery plan because all the people that invested in Hyperfund, Hyperverse, and Hypernation have not been able to withdraw any of the money that they've invested. That's why there needs to be a recovery plan, because there have been so many complaints from people that they have not been able to withdraw their money because it's gone. It's gone. For anybody watching this, okay? For any one of you that have invested in one of these organizations, I'm sorry, but let me be the one to tell you, your money is gone. It's worthless now. And what they've replaced it with is a sucker-ass program. But let's continue.
The community pilot program is researched, developed, and conducted by Hyperlab. Hyperlab's goal is to do more research and development within the metaverse. Bill Vaughn from Reader's Digest said that money won't buy happiness, but it will pay the salaries of a large research staff to study the problem. The success of Hyperlab's experiment depends solely on the funds provided by the pioneers and the formation of collective consensus amongst its pioneers.
Yeah, what it basically said is, look, the Ponzi pyramid does not continue to go on if you all don't give us money. That's what that means, essentially. There's exactly 22 and 15 more seconds of this video that's supposed to serve as an intro to Hypercosmos, okay? That's supposed to serve as a presentation. I am not going to sit here and watch the rest of it. About a minute in, I already know what this is. It's a bunch of nothing. You all can feel free. Google it. It'll pull right up. It's no secret. It's right there. But let's continue to talk. See, I need for you to understand how they've been able to string these people along from one scam to the next. What they do is they tell them, oh, you don't want to be left behind, do you? We're evolving to keep up with technology and the growth of the industry, whatever the fuck that means. So if you don't want to miss out, then you gotta forget about all of the old shit that we told you to buy into for the new grift. You see, it takes a certain level of delusion and ignorance to fall victim to this, but make no mistake about it. These people are actively hunting and they're seeking out those individuals. They don't want people who have at least a little bit of sense and intelligence because they know that those people will see right through this bullshit. See, in order for the Ponzi scheme to work, they need ignorant, deluded, and financially unaware people that are living on a hope and a prayer to buy into the scam. And how do you find those people? You find them in their old age and parts of the world where groups like this can operate without the strict guidelines and laws of business, which is why all of these companies are being ran and operated overseas somewhere. And this is really part of a bigger problem because what this says is that there is a financial literacy issue across the country. People are suffering from lack of knowledge, and that is why I do videos like this. And y'all know I typically don't ask for likes in my videos, but I need as many of y'all to hit the like button on this one as possible so this message can reach as many people as possible. You want to talk about a grift? These people are masters of the grifting arts because no matter how many of these schemes fail, they'll just keep on keeping on. They're kind of like a contagious cancer. They creep up on you slow when you're not paying any attention to your body and slowly drain you of your funds and hard-earned money out of all of your accounts by having you buy into these ridiculous packages. But they don't stop there because they also want to use you to infect everyone around you so that they can buy into the scam as well. Because if it don't make dollars, then get the fuck out. In other words, they don't want you here if you ain't making no money. They need that. See, the only way you eat and get a return on the money you've invested is if you drag other unsuspecting smucks down with you. Don't believe me? Then here, I'll let someone who actually is a part of this bullshit tell you for themselves.
Welcome back to my channel. Coach Safi here, back with another video for you guys. And today is really a warning video because of recently I've been getting a lot of WhatsApp messages from my YouTube viewers and subscribers basically saying, you know, I've transferred money from my Hyperverse account, I've converted HU to HB, and I've sent it to my Hypercosmos account. How do I get my money out? And I don't know if this has been made clear on other videos or whether you guys has just missed the information. But once you send your HB into your Hypercosmos account, in order to release it, you actually have to recruit new members into the Hypercosmos structure using the referral link on that platform.
So I don't know how much more plain I can make it. I don't know what else I can show you to prove that the entire Hyper brand is just one big Ponzi empire. You heard it from the horse's mouth yourself. These people don't want you to contact them looking for ways to recover your money. They don't want anything to do with helping you get your money back. Oh, but please do contact them if you're looking for ways to get more people ingratiated into the scam. Then they're totally here and available to speak with you and help you out. You can't make this shit up. Oh, well, apparently you can. You just have to do it overseas. Oh, and remember how I told you all about Hyperverse? Well, that was a scam aimed at taking advantage of the crypto coin phase. See, all of these different groups have phases that they operate in, and it's whatever is most popular at the time. So when Hyperverse was concocted, it was during the crypto token craze when everybody was creating a crypto coin. So they created one too, and it was called the Hyperverse token. So for shits and giggles, since we have the knowledge of the universe at our literal fingertips, why don't we just check in and have a look-see at what the Hyperverse token is worth today? After all, I could be totally wrong. And maybe, just maybe, it's actually turned itself into the next Bitcoin. Well, as Drake would say, started from the bottom and we're here. Started from the bottom and now the whole goddamn entire Hyperverse team is here at the fucking bottom. I don't think this is the vision that those thousands of people that bought into this token foresaw. Let's look at the price live data. Hyperverse is down 15% in the last 24 hours. Current market cap rating is who gives a fuck, because the number is so damn ridiculous that it doesn't even matter. It has a circulating supply of 10 billion coins. Are you serious? Are you all getting the picture now? Please, if you know someone who is considering buying into these scams as a means to amass wealth, please send them to this video. This person, Coach Safi, has damn near 150 videos, and they're all videos on how to get passive income, she says. And it says on her page that she's 100% trusted. By whom? What legitimate source are you 100% trusted by? You see how you could just add any type of shit to your page and don't have to be held accountable for it? It doesn't matter. It doesn't even have to be in the realm of truth. This is where we are, my people. One thing about her page I'll say is that she's a wealth of knowledge on how the Ponzi scam works. You'll learn plenty about how they rip off all of their investors and then hide behind packages and fancy words that don't actually mean a damn thing if you just watch her videos. You want to know how much control you don't have over your own money when investing with a brand like this? In one of her videos, she talks about how the company just up and decided one day that 20% of the value of their investors' money would be placed into a separate program, where they have to exchange Hyperverse earnings for whatever gift card is available in their country. Yeah, nobody voted on it. They just up and decided to move 20% of their investors' assets to a useless Hyperverse store, where they have no choice but to use it to hopefully get a funky ass gift card. Look, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here at this point, okay? So I'll just end with this. Just give us money. At the end of the day, that's what this is. Give us your money and then go out and do the work for us to convince your friends and family to give us their money too. And we'll throw you some of the leftovers for your efforts. Listen to me, people. There is no great money tree. Not in the stock market, and certainly not in the damn Hypercosmos. Only predators and snake oil salesmen that are looking to capitalize on your stupidity and financial ignorance is the only thing that awaits you. Like and share the video so this reaches more people, and maybe we can prevent somebody from committing financial suicide. Remember to invest diligently, but more importantly, invest responsibly, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.